You're gonna hear me a little muffled, I think, because can you see how thick that is? I know it's been a little while since my channel's been active, so let me just remind you that you should be able to see a row of houses and a river through here, a hill in the distance through there. If you look here, you can just barely make out some of the structures over there, but I'm squinting with my eyes and I'm having trouble seeing them. Normally you can see the whole way down to the city here, and there's town over there, but there's a haze in the air. Do you want to guess why? Bridge demolition. I mean, yeah, sure, there is Canadian wildfires, but this time it's not Canadian wildfires. It don't smell like pine trees. It smells like 1970s cement dust. So this morning at 8 a.m. they did the demolition on the old Commercial Street Bridge, which is a whole different river that way. That's like at least half-hour drive if it weren't for the detours. And they decided to replace it proactively and very aggressive speed because of, if you go back in my history here, you'll see the Fern Hollow Bridge collapse in my older videos. The older videos that I do have posted up, I walked right up to and just about touched the Fern Hollow Bridge when it was collapsed into the gully over there. Oh, that was a few years ago. I don't remember exactly how long. I'm not going to guess. But it was pretty intense. That was quite the thing. So to avoid that, because for about a 20-mile stretch there's only three ways to get through. One is Fern Hollow Bridge. One is the Commercial Street Bridge into the tunnel. And the other is the road that Commercial Street Bridge is named for, that it spans over top of down at the bottom of the gully. So the detours for this project are insane. They've been warning us about this for a very long time. And they brought in, get this, the Chernobyl dome people. They pre-built the bridge next to it, and they're going to slide it over using the same equipment that was designed to protect Chernobyl up until recently. Can I say that word? Chernobyl. There we go. Really, really trying. It was designed for it. Things have changed, of course, but anyways, they're the same company that rolled that massive thing over top of the leaking reactor. And they came and they're going to slide a bridge, which is apparently 1/10 the weight of the thingy. They're going to slide it over. They were supposed to demolish the bridge yesterday. And look at this. It's all just one consistent, weird, nasty color. Look at that. And like, I can see the dust. I can feel the dust. Can I flip the camera? I'm keeping the dust out of my lungs. It's like in my sweat. It's so thick. Anyways, I laughed and I made myself cough. So I've been keeping the doors shut. The chickens are out in this, and I hope they're okay because they're too big If they looked like they were suffering, I'd bring them in, but they're only dealing with the same heat situation as before from the looks of it, so I think they're okay. I've let them free roam so they can choose where to be. And if they were huddled down, I'd be like, oh, time. But yeah, no, it's in my eyes and everything. So, given how rough this is, I may spend a little bit looking for the chickens and seeing if they want to come in and be in a bin in the basement or something. Because this morning it wasn't quite as bad as all this. Like, look, the house up the hill, there's like a filter over it. It looks like it's so like white cast. Everything is white cast. But they really did a very thorough job of blowing up that bridge. They did a really good job, but now the city is just enveloped in a dust cloud. So, interesting day we're having. Very interesting day. I'm glad they're ready to roll. The entire, like, closure time is reported that they're only going to be 3 weeks. Now, they were supposed to blow it up yesterday. They blew it up this morning at 8 in the morning instead of yesterday at like 6 p.m. So that's not a huge difference. I think they definitely wanted to do it during the daytime, because after 6 p.m. on the live stream, they just like stopped working, as I don't think they were quite ready to run the blasts, and they had some safety checks to do. But so far, that's the first delay. They shut it down Monday, and here we are Thursday. Well, they shut it down 10 p.m. Sunday night. 10 p.m. Friday last week. So it's been closed almost a full week. Almost. Like 5 days. So they're only having an overnight delay so far. I've been asking a lot of people, what's your over-under? Because they say 3 weeks. My over-under, I keep saying I think it's going to take them 5 weeks. So if you have a vote for the Pittsburgh Yinzer over-under as to how long Commercial Street Bridge and or the bridge that leads up to the Squirrel Hill Tunnel is going to be shut, how long that detour is going to be going, put it in the comments. Under 3 weeks? They say they're going to try, but I don't know about all that. Over 3 weeks? Well, okay, how much? Give me a number. How many weeks? How many days? What you think? 3 weeks? More? Less? I think 5. So, let's have a little for funsies type of little poll as to how long you think this whole rigmarole is going to take. I'm glad I don't live out in Monroeville. And yeah, that's the Yinzer update. That's what it is. I'm gonna see if the chickens are doing all right still, and if not, I'll bring them in. So put them in the bin with the lid on it that's got the opening. You remember how I used to with the quail? I had like the brooder that had like, it was an old tote like, and then there was like metal mesh across the top. I made one out of a much bigger bin when I got the kittens. And so now, instead of that, I put the chickens in them as they got bigger. And I think they're still small enough that they could fit in there if they look like they're not. They're going to hate it. That's the thing. They're going to hate it. So I think they'd rather deal with this nastiness than come and stay in a Tupperware bin for the day. So I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, that's the situation. It is nasty out here. I hope you're all doing well. I'm sure our cloud will blow over. Just a matter of how long it's gonna take. Alright, take care. Thanks so much for visiting the cliffside. Take care. Bye.